Greetings, my name is Ari Peralta and I am the teaching fellow for this class. On behalf of Mama Tina, Sir Charles, Sir Boy, and Sir Nolly, I would like to welcome you to our ethics course. Now you have heard me said several prominent names. This is because we will have different lecturers throughout this course with each professor sharing their expertise in relation to ethics. And so we have a great semester of learning ahead of us. In this video, I will provide a brief introduction to ethics and instructions for our first activity. To start, let me ask you a question. What is ethics? There are many definitions of ethics which you will encounter in your assigned readings for next week. However, for this introduction, I would like to refer to Arthur Holmes' definition. He states, ethics is about the good, that is what values and virtues we should cultivate, and about the right, that is what our moral duties may be. It examines alternative views of what is good and right. It explores ways of gaining the moral knowledge we need. It asks why we ought to do right, and it brings this to bear on the practical moral problems that arose such thinking in the first place. Holmes' definition encapsulates what we will do in this course. We will examine the foundations of ethics, integrating principles of moral philosophy with Christian moral theology to foster an understanding of ethical reasoning and, more importantly, Christian values formation. We will explore key tenets, methodologies, biblical principles, paradigms, and traditions of Christian ethics, critically analyzing their applications to contemporary moral issues. Through theological reflection and practical engagement, you, the students, will demonstrate the ability to articulate and apply ethical frameworks to address modern ethical challenges. Now, for further insight to our course, I would like to draw upon the views of classical Greek philosophers on ethics. According to Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, to choose the good or to live morally is to live the good life. First, let's consider Socrates. For him, the good life begins with an examination of life itself. Socrates famously claimed that an unexamined life is not worth living. He believed that we must scrutinize our lives through reason, question our actions, and respond to the objection that arise. This leads to the question, which individual action among those available to me should I perform? He asserts that the truly wise man will know what is right, do what is good, and therefore be happy. For Socrates, living morally by choosing the good and doing what is right ultimately leads to happiness. Next is Plato. According to him, what is good in this world has no inherent value. Rather, it is the value that people assign to it. We achieve happiness when we perceive the highest degree of value based on personal insight. This insight allows us to recognize the best values in the situation we encounter, which is informed by a vision of an ideal system. Therefore, for Plato, the good life involves achieving happiness through the value we see in a vision of an ideal system and choosing to live that vision. Lastly, we have Aristotle. For Aristotle, the good life is described as eudaimonia, often translated as happiness or flourishing, and involves living the best possible life through the cultivation of virtue. It represents a journey towards the good achieved by a transformation in character. Happiness results when we flourish and become who we are meant to be. It is not solely about present circumstances, but about the culmination of our life's journey, allowing us to reflect at the end and say, I have lived the best possible life, and I wouldn't change a single thing. This, for Aristotle, defines the good life. Now, in this course, we will follow this philosopher. We will follow Socrates in examining moral questions through reason. Inspired by Plato, we will explore the scripture's vision of this ideal system and principles and paradigms by which we are called to live. Through Aristotle, we will emphasize the importance of character and who we are meant to be as we follow Christ. And so, are you ready to learn? Now, in addition to this introductory video, our first session consists of a case study on the debate surrounding comprehensive sexuality education, or CSE, in the Philippines. All of us will attend a public forum on this topic hosted by the CE department, and we will adopt the Socratic method by carefully examining the topic through reason. I have posted relevant background information that you must read and watch before attending the forum. Details can be found on Moodle. Next week, we will question and we will examine all of this information that we have gathered and then apply certain principles that we will learn in that session. But for now, that is it. Now, so for those attending the forum face-to-face, I hope to see you there. If not, see you all next week in our second session. Thank you, and God bless.